Hi, it's Simon. I hope you can hear me because the wind is outside and it is really gusting away. If I had hair, you'd see it blowing away in the wind, but hopefully from the trees behind, you can see what I'm talking about. It's been an amazing day because of that. This fresh air coming in, and you can feel it, you can taste it. It's altering the atmosphere, and I love that. The sun is out as well. It's not quite so hot, and it is a glorious day here in the UK. It is Friday, and in some ways, that doesn't really matter, right? For some people it's a bank holiday and they're like, it's a bank holiday weekend, or do different things. For myself, it's been kind of a bank holiday, a holiday mode for some months now. Now, possibly not for the reasons that you might think. Partly because of the lockdown, partly because of the phase I'm in with my process and my ventures, my business and myself, and also because of the thing I took on board maybe a decade ago. This idea of creating a life that really serves you so that your play is actually the business and work, and the work is also play. Now that said, there are still times when you have to go and do the hard work. You have to go to the gym and lift the weights. You've got to read the books and study things and have conversations that can be quite challenging. But that's the same for everything in life, I think. Sometimes the great results, they come from the hard work. Whether you're making a meal and preparing everything for hours sometimes, days ahead, weeks ahead, to have that moment of a guest going, wow, that tastes amazing. Or whether it's for yourself, investing a year or a decade, or in my case more than 20 years, in studying Tai Chi so that I can move easily and flowing in the moment. These things take time, they take energy and they take focus. And so today I'm very grateful for that, the fact that I can come out and share with you, the fact that the insect bites have gone down a bit, the fact I have my energy up today, and I'm excited about that because I know that on the down days when it can feel dark and gloomy and stormy and there doesn't seem to be any light and any hope, it's all too easy to forget that. At the start of this journey a few months ago, I shared about Jim Rohn's ant philosophy, remembering to think summer in the winter and winter in the summer. So today, while I'm happy to be out here, I'm also thinking ahead for the future, thinking ahead for the days when I have a little bit of a tired energy and how I can get myself up, have an environment to support me in that. And one of the best ways to do that is through communication and through your relationships. In February, I was out in Dubai, thanks to Ernesto and Jack and others, with Lila and my other business partners. And it was an incredible birthday and experience for me, my first time out there, meeting people you might know and some you might not. Some friends I expected to see there, and some I hadn't seen for a while, like John Lee and Les Brown, were also there in Dubai, and I spent time with them too. And why am I mentioning that? Is because these relationships we have make all the difference. And last night, somebody I got to meet while I was in Dubai was reaching out and asking for my insight and support and thanking me for these videos. And I was quite surprised about that. I only met him for a short while. Incredible young man who's looking for a new role, a new job. And for him, it feels like there isn't really the support. And I pointed at like, well, I'm here on your side. I may not be there with you. I haven't got a magical button to press, a magician's genie click of a fingers and get the thing solved. But I was able to share a few resources and start to at least know, look, we're in the conversation together. And I think collectively that's the case. Just now this afternoon, a few hours ago actually, I reached out to Ernesto, one of my partners, one of my friends, and he responded back very quickly. I was really thankful for that because I know he's been busy with his incredible new online channel shows, and actually was one of the people that got me nudged into speaking and sharing more. The reason I was bringing that up as I came out to the video today is because communication has radically changed in the last 100 years. Over a couple hundred years ago, you couldn't send a letter around the world. There was this penny black in the UK, and that spread that of having a simple cost that anybody could really do to share a message anywhere in the Commonwealth, anywhere in the world. And nowadays, with the phone, with the email services, with WhatsApp and YouTube and video channels, we can ask questions, we can communicate, and we can share. But it matters what we're asking, where we're coming from to that conversation. If we're open to new possibilities and perspectives, if we're open to really looking at a solution rather than just venting and dumping what can be quite heavy to deal with. Now, I'm not saying it's not okay to have those bad days, to rant and rage against the universe, and to need that moral support. I know I've done that at times, I need that at times, a space and a person just to be like, oh, I'm exhausted by this. And it's helpful to have somebody go, okay, enough of that phase, what else? And ability to have somebody to ask you questions to alter you where you're focusing. But you have to let them in. and have to allow yourself to become that person also for yourself first and then for others. You see, as you get clearer on what you're looking to create, as I get clearer for myself about what's really workable for me, the quotient I'm looking for my life, physically, emotionally, financially, relationally, then I can start to go after that. And I've seen noticeable changes with my mother, my father, my brother, with others, as we've started to build this up over the last 40 years. And as I was doing some tidying up today, some zenning and cluttering in my flat just over there, I found some letters that my grandmother had written and some photos from old Tai Chi instructors, friends like Catherine, who unfortunately passed recently, and other things that reminded me of past times. Seeing my cousin run her first marathon in San Francisco over, I think, nearly 20 years ago. Seeing me, a whole different me with hair and with beards, seeing my energy change, my life change, and looking back at that today, and I'm present to that actually today there's a lot to be grateful for, and that together we could create something really quite amazing in the future. If you haven't yet got hold of me, that more directly, please find me at simonheadley.com, reach out on LinkedIn, the link's on that website, and get in touch, because I really do think that by connecting we can create more than any one of us could have imagined individually. And it takes something to be willing to connect, to step into that inquiry of what if. And with that said, I'm going to wish you an amazing Friday, a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.